Hi there. This is episode 3. So today we're going to start. I'm going to talk about starting, and I I thought about this, and I sort of want to figure out. I haven't really received any specific messages on what you guys want me to do videos on, but I'll just start from the beginning for now. Um, so basically, I guess when I started, I just wanted to be in front of the camera, to be on a TV show, to be on a film, on a movie, anything like that, right? Like most of you, right? You want to be um, on set. So, like every great person, always understands where to start, and the place to start is education. You got to train. You got to know what you're doing, right? If you want to be starting just ahead of the mass, you want to at least know what you're doing. So, I studied college because I figured school was the best place to learn this stuff. And I won't go into specific names of people and places and stuff like that for personal security, and I'm sure you can understand that. And also, I'm also teaching you guys the way that I do things and the way that I've been taught to do things for security reasons and for effectiveness. So, I trained at a college. I trained for 2 years. I got a bunch of beautiful courses under my belt, and I graduated with honors. Great. What do I do now, right? Well, um, you can't get an agent when you have nothing on your resume. You have nothing on your resume, and every time you speak to an agent, what they're going to say is, yeah, you have a great look. You have a great look. Well, a great look can only take you so far. And maybe it's good in the world of background work, which is where I started. So here I am, with an agency and doing some background work and learning and being in it. I think the main thing was to be in on set, to be beside actors, with production crew, with directors, with producers, and you get the picture. So the energy for me was very important, to get that energy, to be part of that energy, because it was starting to make me feel a certain way. It was starting to support that what I wanted could actually be possible. You know, and and the agent I had, you know, really has nothing to do with that. The law of attraction works based on what you attract. Mostly, that's how it works. Now, of course, it is affected by the environment and the people you're associating with and stuff like that. But basically, action causes reaction. So I want you guys to understand that, and to make sure that that gets planted very, very firmly in your minds, that you are in control of your destiny. So I knew that, and I felt excited. And every time I felt excited, guess what? I got closer to the actor, or maybe they asked me to do something, and just you get these butterflies in your stomach, you get sweats and all this other stuff. But it was exciting, and the excitement is very important. In fact, there's a saying that goes like this: people thought they were making money, they were excited about making money. The truth was, they were making money because they were excited. Well, you will attract whatever you want to attract by being excited about that which you want to attract. That's how it works. Be excited, and you'll attract that which you want to attract. The strongest emotion is very important, to be directed at what you want. Don't direct the strongest emotion being a negative one, to what you want. Direct a positive emotion and thoughts towards what you want. So basically, I was excited. And every time I felt like I was going to work, it was like a real job. I felt like I got prepared because you are on set, you are on camera. There could be a chance you might be upgraded. There could be a chance that you are going to speak with the actors. There could be a lot of chances. That's why I always say you have to be prepared, and you have to be always prepared. You know, these things I'm doing with you right now, you know, I take a shower, I apply some makeup if I need to, my moisturizers. I try to have very comfortable clothing, which is the way I wanna brand these shows. Other stuff you may see me in. I'm wearing more of dressy clothes, upscale clothes. That's a different type of brand. So this year, I'm not concerned about what I'm wearing too much, although I want to feel comfortable. What I'm concerned about is relaying to you what I know, and as I go along, what I learn. So all this does is reinforces and reinforces, and it reinforced for me that I wanted to know more. I wanted to go further. I wanted the next step. And fortunately, life, it sends people your way. It sends opportunities your way. And I met people through different events. I've learned to train with this instructor and that instructor, and to maybe go with this agent or that agent. Mostly it was just trial and error. It was just a lot of learning, a lot of researching. And that's why these videos are so important, because we can bypass that. On the workshops I'm going to be creating, we can bypass all that. If you know the answer now that you're going to learn 5-10 years from now, then why not learn it now? You're 5-10 years ahead, right? So learn from someone that's experienced it, that's gone through it, that's going through it, that's learned from his mistakes, and also that learned how to create shortcuts because of the experience and the investment of all the emotions and going through everything. So that's what I'm here to share with you. A lot of shortcuts. So you need a resume, right? You got no resume. This is where a lot of people run into problems that they have nothing on their resume. They have no projects. They have no productions. They definitely don't have a profile anywhere. So you just become part of non-union productions. Things like universities have theatrical programs that they're always looking for actors, and they're not going to pay anything, but there might be some other incentives that might be beneficial to your career, like maybe credits or something like that. And you can enroll in these things, and they definitely could use you if they like your look. You're building your work portfolio. See, being on set doesn't have to be a big set. It just has to be with you as an actor, maybe not the lead, but still an actor. And there's a camera crew, there's a producer, a director, there's other actors. So this is a real set. There's a script. I think you get the picture. A video camera, a camera, a film camera. This is what you want. You want to be in the scene. You want to be working as an actor. Even though you're not getting paid, you're still working, because the result is you'll be part of a production, which is possibly a short film or anything like that. What I would suggest from the very start is start thinking about what kind of actor you want to be, what kind of projects you want to be in. Example, commercials, short films, films, movies, TV, and sort of number them from 1 to 10, whatever the case is. I'd suggest that the first top 3 would be your most, the ones that you would focus on the most. It's very important not to focus on everything because you're trying to build a brand, right? So focus on the first 3 and figure out your brand. Figure out your brand. Your brand's going to be something that's useful in the industry, something that the industry is interested in when they look at you. Characters and roles that work in the industry, meaning they actually work and make money, or they actually get used. Example, if they see you as a film, as a police officer, well, you can see that film, TV, big blockbuster movies, a lot of different productions, they have a lot of police officers in them. So I'd say it's a very strong brand, and it's been there, it's there, and it's going to be there in the future, you know? So something like that. Now, it's also something that you're going to be good at as well. So if that's your brand, you need to train, you need to educate yourself on that brand. How to, you obviously, but how you are that character, and the best way you could be that character in all different types of projects. So that's your homework all the time. Become that brand. Now you don't have to become a police officer in real life, but you can go and study if you like. You can read books. You can watch a lot of those TV shows, movies, and projects, documentaries, anything you have. You can start to become that character in character, but not in real life. In real life, you're you, right? But if somebody says, can you play a police officer? And then you have this already as a tool built in. But when you're walking around society, life, doing your thing, relationships, all that stuff, you're yourself. You're not going to be a cop. You're not going to be a criminal. You're not going to be anything that you're not, which is you. You're going to be you, right? That's very important to understand, is to have that identity all the time. The other one's just a job, right? Like I'm sure if doctors go to work, they become doctors when they get to the hospital. They put on their robe, their equipment, this, that. When they go home, they could be a husband, they could be a father, they could be just a friend. They can just want to just sit back and watch TV and not worry about nothing. So that's what I mean. So it's very important to train, research, get involved in your brand, and start to create a network of people and groups that are filming, are creating projects. In my website, we're going to have links to becoming part of these groups and becoming part of these workshops. And like I said, they'll be limited to about 6 or 8 or 10 people, something like that. And they'll really be working as an actor. They'll be dissecting parts of your performance, a lot of great, what's it called? Constructive criticism, a lot of tools that like voice and movement and diction and script analysis and much, much more. So I'm very passionate about this. So to me, I can do this every day from wherever I am, and that's what I choose. That's what I'm trying to build, right? Because I want to be of service, but at the same time, I want to be able to enjoy my life as well, as I want you to. So exactly mimic what I'm trying to do as well. Eventually, you'll want to give as well. And it's always good to give of something that you already know and you're good at and you've experienced and you got so much knowledge that can save people a lot of time, a lot of heartache, a lot of mess ups, a lot of loss, and so on and so on. Now, I've noticed, I want to just dissect a bit. I've noticed a lot of people on these videos, they talk fast. And I have to stop and play, stop and play, stop and play. And it's a lot of work. So I've decided to talk a little slower and clearer. But please hit me up on the comments if you think I'm talking too fast or you can't keep up or whatever. Whatever you want to put in your comments as far as you want me to cover certain material, or if you're going through something right now, we can make a video for that as well. And if I can gather the information, put it together, and deliver. So back to my story, I guess. So I did little tiny projects here and there. Again, building up my confidence, building up my portfolio, my profiles, my body of work now. Even though it wasn't great, it was starting to go in the right direction. Consecutively, it was building. Consistently, it was building into something bigger and better each time, which was amazing. And it was supporting my brand. It was addressing my strengths and my brand. Now I was learning and networking. And it was making me more confident and comfortable in front of the camera. So eventually you'll have an agent. And then the agent will send you for auditions, which is another thing we're going to be covering, is auditions and slating and self-taping and all that stuff. It's very important. Although all my training, I'm going to try to show you how to eventually bypass all that. To bypass all that, meaning that if you have a body of work and you have a strong brand, people look at your stuff and basically you've built your social media around it, your professional profiles around it, your brand around it. It's so strong that that's what you do. That's who you are. That's what you play. And people will say, you know what? He's built it all. And if we want to buy him, we buy the whole package, basically. And that's what's happened with me most times, is that they're seeing that I've done all the work. And when they accept me and incorporate me into their project, they're getting all of it. And they really don't have to audition me, to be honest. They may want to interview me and talk to me and stuff like that. But really, I do my best work in front of the camera when they say action. I really do. And you'll probably be that person too. A lot of great artists and actors have been that way as well, where, you know what, unless they were getting paid, unless there was something that was really, really seriously going on, they weren't really bringing it to the table. So if that's you and that's hard for you to do, it's okay. But we're going to work on that a little bit, so at least you have that tool under your belt. So auditions for me now, actually for the past 10 years probably, I've not been strong. In fact, they could work against you, I think, because eventually people are going to research you. They're going to research your IMDb. They're going to research your profiles on internet, Google, all that stuff. Now, if you guys don't know what IMDb is, it's an international movie database that productions, when you work for them, they apply to IMDb on your behalf. They put your name on their project. And when you look at your IMDb profile, you'll see it, but it's put there by the producers and productions and allowed by IMDb under your profile name. So you have nothing to do with that, although there is some things you can do and we'll go over that as well as building your profiles on site. Which ones are most important, whether it's Canada or the US. We'll figure that out together. I have a number of them out there, and it is quite expensive sometimes, but at the same time, it's necessary. So we'll go over that eventually. Going back to what I was saying, auditions, when you go to an audition and you have such a strong brand, and say you audition for something that you really are not suited for, well, you're just wasting your time, in my opinion. First of all, you don't want it on your profile. Second of all, you're just doing it for money. That's the wrong way to do it. And second of all, they're going to research you. They're going to see that you have a strong brand in something else, and they're trying to, it's not going to really support what they're trying to do. You're not bringing more support to the project. You're bringing more confliction in a way. So the truth is, you never know why you don't get a part in the audition room. People are so nice and polite, they never really tell you the true reason. It could be simply because you don't suit the role. You don't look like the person that they're looking for. It could be something like you don't know how to act, or they think you don't know how to act. It could be something like your voice. It could be anything, your height. It could be your nationality. It could be anything. So don't beat yourself up. It is good practice to go and audition and to get the experience, because you could be auditioned right on set. As you know, I was in Total Recall 2012, handpicked by Len Wiseman, the director, in a scene with Colin Farrell and some other actresses, Kate Beckinsale, what was the other one? But so many other ones. And he auditioned me right there on the spot for a bigger role. It caught me at a surprise, for sure. But he took me aside, and here I am in front of a big director, and he's asking me and telling me, asking for my permission if I wanted to do this, because this is the idea he had. When he, his explanation was, he took a look at me on camera, he saw the way that I looked or something, and I moved, and he sort of got this ideas in his head going, and he created a scene, a bigger scene based on that alone. So I said, again, I just shook his hand. I said, yes, I'm ready when you are. Let me know, and we'll do it. Basically, the words that I used. It came through. I did the role. It was on IMDb. It was a big success. It was in the big movie, in the big theaters. You can see my part there. I'm the immigration officer shooting a gun in a room full of 500 big-time extras, and with other main actors, probably a total of 1,000 people there, 1,500 that day, with machine guns and bullets flying everywhere, even though they're not really real bullets. They still have an effect. There is a risk always. So if you're going to accept something, please make sure you can do it. Don't just say, I want it because I want it. No. Listen, you don't want to put yourself in harm's way. You don't want to take a risk, bite more than you can chew. That's not going to be good for you, definitely, or production. So basically, if you need to train for something, you need to train for something. If you train for something already and you're ready to apply what you know, then that's different. That's different. Be confident and say, listen, I'm ready. Let me know when you are, and we'll get this done. Shake his hand, whatever, her hand, but be polite, be confident, and be honest. It might come off as a little direct, but just be nice and try to speak nice. And since then, it just escalates. Once you have one project, now you have something I call leverage. And leverage gets you to another project, and leverage gets you to another project. Every time you approach these people, approach these productions, you're approaching them with confidence. You're saying, listen, I got something under my belt already, and it's big. I got, I was an actor role with, with this actor, or, I've studied, you know, I've done the work. I've studied like 5, 10, 20, 15 years. I've done the work. Here I am, and you start to be concerned about your brand. Always protect your brand. At the same time, I want you to understand that the law of attraction is at work here, man. Or ladies. The law of attraction is at work because, the law of attraction is going to pull things your way. Because now you're feeling more confident. Now you're feeling more excited. Now you feel like that the industry as a whole is accepting you. You're fitting into this industry. You have a place for it. People are noticing you can do things. They're picking you for things. You're saying, you know what? The industry wants me. That's great. It's great to be wanted. It's great for people to want to work with you in the industry. It's like it's accepting you. That's a positive thing, really positive. And the law of attraction is so strong and huge. You get excited about thinking about the ideas. You're attracting that thing closer to you. Remember, the law of attraction can bring it to you, but the law of attraction does not prepare you. So make sure you constantly prepare yourself, constantly read, constantly take classes, constantly study, constantly evaluate yourself, and make sure that you are addressing your concerns, your weakest links, like constantly upgrade, improve yourself and performance. Because when opportunity comes your way and you have it right in front of you, staring in your face, what are you going to do, right? You're going to say yes when you know you can't do it, or you're going to say yes because you're prepared for it and you're ready. You're ready to take the first step. And let me tell you something. You can be elevated so quickly in this industry, so quickly, but you have to know what you're doing. It just makes more sense to be comfortable and confident. In my movie, Adam's Testament, I'm working with big actors. Nick Mancuso, Art Hindle, Sean McCann, Luke Billick, Zoe de Grand Maison, and so on and so on. And they're investing money in me and they're paying me, and I'm the lead. I'm the lead. Having done just Total Recall, spent time on branding, created my training, my preparation, here I am, the lead of the movie, of a feature film, unionized. So it's exciting. But being, I'm gonna make a separate video about this because I created a regimen. There's certain things, how we got about to doing this project, how the law of attraction was at work, how basically I had something to do with it, because I told you, you are powerful when it comes to law of attraction. Okay? And when you combine it with preparation and opportunity, oh boy, and space, I gotta tell you, it's magical. Just talking about it gets me so excited. So in Adam's Testament, I was working with these actors. And at first, it might hit you a few times, say, oh, like, what makes you think you're the lead or good enough to be the lead? Look at these actors. They got 200, 300 movies under their belt. So what makes you so worthy of this position? Well, it's the script. It's the character. That character that you're playing, that you're branded for, that's the lead. And that's it. You had nothing to do with that. The actors, just because they did 200 movies, they started where you are. They started where you are. You accepting the fact that you didn't do 300 movies like them. You accepting the fact that you know better than them, but you know worse than them either. You're accepting the fact that they all started where you're starting, and you have to start someplace. You accepted the fact that this is an opportunity of a lifetime. You accepted the fact that you wished for something, you prayed for something, and here it is in front of your face. Okay, after many, many years, it's right there. What are you going to do? Are you going to keep thinking about all the reasons why you shouldn't do it? Think of all the reasons why you can't do it? Think of all the excuses and listen to all the people around you? No, you're not going to do that. You're going to just say to yourself, I trained and I waited. And now the opportunity presents itself. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. I'm doing the best I can. I trust the fact I built my resources and my training to get me to this point and beyond. That's what you're going to do. And get excited about it. And yes, listen, it's normal to feel those emotions. It's normal to fall back, to fall down, but get back up. It's normal to feel weak. Ask questions. You know, when I got into with the cast and we did the round table, which was great, and we talked and we definitely had great discussions and great synergy and energy. And we're all excited about doing this movie. There was no animosity, there was no competition, right? This is your job. You are lucky to have a part in a movie. If you think it's a worthwhile project to be in, even a small part is amazing. Even a small part is amazing. And of course, in the network or in the group network courses and stuff, we'll definitely keep communicating about what your next step is and if you should do this and some sort of consultation method and a support sort of network support line or something. We'll figure it out. Okay. So, you know, I got in and all these things hit me just like I was saying. And I've been researching the actors I was working with, and I knew what they had done. I knew what kind of actors they were. It wasn't all new to me. I knew that they were bigger than me. The one that played my wife as well was bigger than me as well. She plays my wife, Catherine, in the movie. Kate. Catherine. I thought, how am I going to do this? Like, what's the best way to do this, right? So I basically just decided that it was time to do it. And again, I'm going to go over this in detail on another episode regarding just working on Adam's Testament. I got stuff online. I got stuff on regarding Katie chats and some different places. I think you'll find a lot of stuff on my YouTube on the Philip Moran playlist and plus and stuff like that. Philip Moran actor, different interviews, different posts, all professionally done and published. You know, and read about how Total Recall was an amazing movie that pretty well changed how we all film here in Toronto and the fact that we have a film industry in Toronto. It was published in the Star. Search for it, Total Recall and the Toronto Star. It's a great article, and it really outlines a lot of the backbone behind these big productions.
It's 15 hours.
There's a lot of information. There's a lot of great information. I always get excited about these interviews, these communication sessions. But I figured, you know, that gives you an idea how to start and where to start and when to start. So when to start is now. And you started. You're watching me, you're watching these videos, you're getting an idea, you're applying it to yourself, you're sort of getting questions and sending them to me. Send me the questions so I can answer them and get you further on the right path. Where to start? Well, I'm outlining a few different things. When you get into a course or a training program, you do work on camera. You start to, that's where to start, right? To start where you want to end up, basically in the environment, in the type of work that you want to end up. As you know now, I'm also doing TV host, and I hosted a TV show all over North America for about a year and a half. I'm gonna have my own show online under Amazon Prime as well. So as a host, is it acting? Well, I keep it as my brand. At the same time, I deliver, but I don't sacrifice my brand. They've accepted to have my brand as part of their brand. I'm the brand of their show. It's called Heroes Manufactured, Creators Unleashed, which is the TV show. We filmed all over North America, and the one online is going to be Heroes Manufactured. Under the Heroes Manufactured brand, it's going to be Heroes Manufactured Movie Minutes. So I'll be posting links for that as well, and you can definitely search on YouTube for that as well, or even Facebook, probably YouTube. As I said, if you want to send me a friendship on Facebook, I do have different pages on there. I'm not sure how it works exactly. I'm learning as I go myself. But definitely, if I feel like I have enough people, I'm going to expand that into my fan page, because right now I think I'm hovering around 5,000 on my personal page. So, and that basically happened after Total Recall, to be honest. But you know, you have something of leverage. People want it. People want to be part of it, and that's fine. So I hope you enjoyed the show. Today was a little longer, 7 minutes longer, but that's okay. This will be in, like eating a meal, right? We're going to sort of digest these in bits and pieces. I'm going to share with you what goes on in my life as well as we go along with it. But this will give you a lot of information on how to sort of start, or if you're thinking of starting. We can always do, well, you send me comments and then we'll figure out if we need to do anything more on the starting. There is no particular agency I can recommend, or school I can recommend. This is part of your research, because things always constantly change and update. Google is a great tool. You can research on Google the top places, or the best person to do this or that, or the best place that teaches this particular topic. You can use your Google, use your YouTube, do your research. That's the most important, because it's all updated all the time. So whatever I tell you, I mean, for instance, I'm also learning about online marketing, which is a way for me to market my stuff and teach other people how to market their stuff as well. Well, what I learned, it was great and it sounded great, and I was following the advice. And I never thought about this, but as I started purchasing different products and working through the products, I noticed that the interface and the formats all changed. So now what I see the person's doing, I'm trying to follow, I can't follow because the wording has changed. The different types of extensions have changed names. I'm trying to pull it up on my page just like that person has it on their page. It's updated. It's constantly being updated. So realize that you have the power We'll use the law of attraction. You can design your own destiny. And this is a great thing. It's a great, great idea. Thank you for joining me. Again, I'm Philip Moran. This is a guide for actors, from a working actor or having worked in the industry. I want to share with you a lot of different shortcuts and lessons learned. So thank you again for joining me. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere you want to find me. You can Google me. You can go on my IMDb page. There's a link on my Facebook or even my YouTube site for that as well. Also send me messages. Hit me up with some messages. Let me know what you want me to cover in the future episodes. Again, I'm excited to be doing this, and I hope you guys will take it and like a piece of clay and mold something incredible from it, because you are the future, and I want to help you. I want to help myself as well get there as well. So let's do it together. Networking for one as one. Take care.